Hey, welcome to my channel Code Veda. Here you can learn about SQL programming and then the Python programming. So in this video, I wanted to show one of the very good features in Oracle, wherein you don't need to drop a column. Instead, you can use a feature called set unused. Okay, to give an example, if you have a if you have an oracle table where you want to go and drop a column, so generally what we would be doing is we will run the alter drop column and which would go and drop the column. But imagine you have a table which has millions of rows, and dropping a column would take a very long time. Okay, so to give an example, we had an uh, uh, we had a requirement where we had to drop a column from a table which had millions of rows, which when we ran it on a dev, it took around more than 2 hours. And the same thing, we couldn't uh, deploy it under production because the production window was only around 3 hours, and then we had around 5 to 6 tables where the column need to be dropped. Okay, and then so instead of dropping the column, we can just go and set it to unused, and then if you want you can go and drop it. And imagine, so there is one more use case where you might have used the same column in your legacy system, or you might have used an stored procedures, and you might have written a triggers or a stored procedures or a package or some other legacy code where when you drop this column, all these dependent objects and the applications need to be modified, or you have to go and modify the code so that the code would not break. So in that case, you can use this feature. So basically, so there are one of the advantage. So if I have to list two of the very good advantages, is one is using an unset command, uh, sorry, set set unused set unused command will reduce the amount of time taken instead of dropping a column. And second is, if you have if you have legacy applications and some dependent PLSQL objects like ob- triggers, packages, and procedures, where you are referring the column which you want to drop. So then all these objects and all these legacy system needs to be go and modify. Like for example, I have a suppose I have a employee table with employee id, employee id, employee name, age, address 1, address 2, city, zip, state, and for example, we the country, and country, And say for example, we are trying to maintain the educational details. Now the requirement is we don't want to maintain the educational details in this table. So what do we do? So 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 generally this is how we run the command: alter table employee, drop column, like this one is educational details. So I would run this command. And for example, suppose if this table has around million rows, depending on your server capacity and then rest of the things. So this might take like 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, or something like this. But what if you don't have so much of window where you can run this one? So this is when you can use a very powerful feature of Oracle, where the you can just set it to unused. I will show you this one. I'll show you with an example. I Okay, I'll just create one table. I'll see. Okay, right now I am just creating this table. Create table T1 objects as select star from objects. Okay, I will run this command. It takes a while because it has to run. Okay, now I will I will check this. It has around, okay, 75k rows. And then I will show you the description, the structure. So this is the column which I want to drop here. So I will go and first show you how to what is the time taken to drop the column. Okay, I will go and drop. So this is the old way of doing it. I will go and drop the column. Sorry. Okay, so it took one second. Okay, so because it's a very small table, then okay, so the reason we are trying to add here is because I if I don't do this one, so all my dependent objects and legacy system needs to be changed. So what do I do? I can go and just create a column, again the same column, but you will not be having data in this column now, right? So this way I have removed the data, and then I need to, of course, I need to go and make changes to the code. So that the from now this file will not be populated. Okay, this I'm saying might take might take time depending on the size of the table. So okay, rather than this one, I would say we can go with a nice feature. So I drop the table now. I am just recreating the same table again. So I don't have this table. I am going to create this table, and this would take time. Okay, then I check the scripts. This is again 75,000 rows have come. Then I'm saying, instead just go and run this command. See, here you can see the amount of time it took. It hardly took a second. It's less than that. Imagine where you have to spend around 1 or 2 hour, couple of hours to dropping the column. And here in comparison, you just have to spend a few milliseconds or seconds, I would say. Then if okay, if you want to just okay, so if at all you don't want to have any issues with your existing systems, sorry, the existing code or the legacy code, you can just go and recreate it, recreate the column, and you can see. So now the same table, sorry, the same column has come back with a null, and then everything else is now same. So like you can still use your old code as it is. So the only change that you would have to make is that you would not be populating this. You okay? Now, okay. Now, if at all you don't want to create that column at all, right? I'll show you that one. Okay, so you don't want to create that column at all. You just want to drop it permanently. I just recreate the same table again. Okay, this is a very simple script, and I so now you can see my column has again come back. So I have created the column. So I will run this script. So now, if I run this column, well, sorry, if I run this structure, I don't see the column, right? See, I don't see the column. The default, so the default convention. Then, if you want to remove permanently, so that then you can just go and use this one. So here, um, so here you can combine. See, example, if you are going to drop more than one column. See now, imagine in this case you are going to drop all these columns. So so then I can just write the same command again for the column 2, for the column 3, and all these things I can write, and then you can just run once. That's it. So 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 now you understood the uh, um, importance of this one. Imagine you are going to drop around 6 columns with millions of rows, and in each of them taking around 1 hour. Rather than that, you can just go in this one, run this command and drop in one, and then you just go and set it. See now it's permanently gone, so you don't have the data. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. And if you really learned anything, please give a please give your comments, and then share it to your friends, which will help me to